Tell me a sound that's better than this.
Minutes of dogs barking, 48 minutes of dogs barking, 48 minutes of dogs barking, 48 minutes of dogs barking. Growl. Growl. 48 minutes of dogs barking, 48 minutes of dogs barking.
Yeah, I showed up 15 minutes late for recording, but I had to make sure that one of the things I did before I left the house is I sent that to Jason.
Yeah, I had to make sure. Oh, boy. Welcome to the show. It's 48 Minutes of Dogs Barking. I'm Jason. That's Brian.
Just make sure none of us snag our dew claw on the couch, or it really will be 48 minutes of dogs barking.
Woo! We'll get there. We'll get there.
Oh, guys, that really is on the list.
It's on the list. Of course it is. Of course it is.
What do you mean, Chad? I can't beat my own dog.
Right. Jeez. Can I get a GG for the dog in the chat?
Can I get press F to pay respects to my tortured pet?
Oh, boy. But yeah, this week, kind of in order. I'm going to GalaxyCon starting this weekend, so this, to me, was top of mind. Daily Dot reporting feels less like honoring his legacy and more like monetizing his ghost. Backlash grows towards AI Stan Lee hologram at LA Comic-Con. LA Comic-Con took place the 29th. While fans were enjoying most of the event, one attraction left con-goers uneasy. People had the opportunity to interact with the late, great Marvel Comics legend Stan Lee in holograph form. Using AI to raise the dead is a questionable practice at best, and Lee's presence at the con has caused some backlash. Here's the image, and it's not young Stan. It's old guy Stan that you've seen in the movies, and it's those fuckers over at Proto Hologram. Beam there.
Did it sound like this?
Another virtuoso performance by Roger the Stan Lee Experience.
So I'm banging Jack Quaby's wife, as usual, when it suddenly occurs to me that tomorrow is Quaby's birthday. So I get this automatic camera, we take this great shot where I'm doing her from behind, we're both waving at the camera, and we got big smiles on our faces. I get the film developed, and I put the picture in one of those frame cards, and I have everyone in the bullpen sign it. Then I write in big letters, "Happy Birthday," from the guy who pays your bills and your wife. Then I leave it on his desk. So the next morning, I watched Quaby open the card, and he was clearly touched. I think he cried a little bit, but we kept that between us. Jack Quaby, God love him, he was the best friend I ever had. He died a penniless bastard, and that's what keeps me getting up in the morning. One time.
God damn.
That was fucking Jack Cubby's wife. A fucking in-joke between me and a friend for many years is just...
That
was fucking Jack Kirby's wife.
Okay. Little scumbag behavior. Well, so is using the likeness of the deceased Stan Lee. Not cool, guys.
It's really fucked up. I watched one of these interactions, and this girl, I forget if she asked, but like, her friend that's recording, like, puts the camera back on for a second. She's like, yeah, like, this is so cool. And I'm like, what's cool about this? This is the exploited memory of a guy who spent his last, like, 10 years being, like, elder abuse.
Yeah.
So, like, the guy had no respite in the last, significant period of his life. And now we're just, we're resurrecting his corpse in a way to ass fuck it.
Yeah.
And, at the fucking Drio's Locos Taco Game of Thrones Night of the Seven Kingdoms fan experience.
Presented by Nokia, yeah.
Presented by Nokia and RC Cola.
Yeah, it's bad.
Boring. If this was some DC cocksucker that died penniless and afraid of his own mortality, and we asked his AI this question, with a DC character, it would have been one of those stupid smart ape things, and it would have been way more fucking funny.
I believe
Grew the
Gorilla Grodd would
Gorilla
be.
Grodd would save the earth.
Yes, I think that it would be Spider-Man, the character I stole from Steve Ditko. Like, okay, thanks, Dan. I fucked his wife too. You ever hear about the one about my penis? That's the Stanley that I would want to hear from.
That'd be funny. I'd love to ask the Stanley hologram, did JFK's head just do that?
You know, I think Magneto had something to do with that back in issue 275 of
Jesus Christ, this is getting too real. But talk about just a soulless, terrible thing.
Heartless slop. It's terrible, man. I can't. I can't think about that anymore. It's abuse. Well, you know what else was abuse? That's right. Hassan Piker. For those of you who are not aware, where to begin? Hassan Piker is a streamer, political activist, used to be a member of the Young Turks.
Nepo baby due to his uncle. Many of his controversies have been pretty stupid. This is probably one of the dumber ones.
He has a dog named Kaya. The dog sits with him while he streams for like 8 fucking hours a day. A clip from a stream shows the dog moving behind him and then like yelping. Viewers started saying that it was from a shock collar. This is at Tectone, a rival streamer, by the way, so kind of keep that in mind. Quote, I always wondered how Hassan kept his dog behind him all stream. It's because he's been using a shock collar on a setting so high that his dog fucking screams when he uses it. Using your dog as a prop to seem more friendly, relatable, and down to earth when in reality the dog isn't sitting there of his own volition, just stays there out of fear. I am beyond disgusted. Fuck this whole man's existence. Ethan Klein, who also has beef with Hassan, commented on his Instagram story saying, quote, horrifying animal cruelty by Hassan as he activates her shock collar for one tiny step off her bed. She cries in pain, poor baby. Always thought it was extremely bizarre that this young, energetic pup never took a step off of bed. Fellow streamer Los Pollos TV said, fuck you at Hassan the Hun. Shock collaring that innocent dog for no reason because he wants to walk around. That's not a fucking prop for your stream background. That's a living being. You're a sick fuck. Hassan, of course, being no stranger to controversy, addressed the situation head on. He said, sarcastically, of course, he posted, yes, I am incredibly abusive to not only the best trained, but also the best behaving and the most spoiled dog on the planet.
I think what makes this really fortunate is that moments before Kaya yelps, he reaches for something on his desk, and it looks like he's hitting a button.
Mm-hmm.
And he could be just been doing something that had to do with his stream, because most content creators like him, do have a little button matrix that does things that may not even be related to what you will see during the stream, but like might have to do with a secondary screen or something like that.
And muting something, yeah. The Stream Deck, I keep doing that. The Stream Deck is very useful for stuff like that, and it's very common. So yeah, you might have been hitting a go to break button or some kind of other function that was happening across the desk. And, he says it's a vibration-only collar. He came up with the theory that the dew claw, which is the back of the foot, might have gotten snagged on her bed. He shows off the collar, says it just vibrates. That's all it does. And then, of course, another fellow streamer, XQC, demanded that he wear the collar and give us the controls, he said. All right. He says he'll donate $50,000 if Hassan holds up his end of the deal. Before long, however, XQC confirmed he'll make the donation regardless, according to Dexerto. We found very reputable no-kill shelters, he told his stream. I'll donate anyway. I don't care if he doesn't show it, wants to lie, whatever. I said I'd do something, I'll do it anyway. For now, Hassan hasn't responded, leaving fans wondering if he'll donate to the shelter as promised.
Yeah. This, of course, led to many funny memes and tweets. One of my favorites from man formerly known as Horny Uber Driver, and I think Smelly Indian Guy on Twitter,
yes.
And also Felix from Chapo.
That's right, he went by Felix from Chapo for so long.
His current username is NB as a non-binary GoFundMe. And his username is his @ is NBGoFundMe, and his username is Eminem Saved My Life.
Yes.
He tweeted yesterday afternoon, Hassan Piker controls my orgasms with a toy in my butt that is linked to an app on his phone. He is completely ruthless. And then he responded followed up with, I begged him to give me a break during my grandma's funeral last week, and he showed no mercy. I responded to that with, it's a shame he accidentally grabbed the one for his dog on stream.
Oh, oh boy.
Yeah,
it's weird, man. It's just it's all kinds of weird.
And as someone who listens to a lot of Hassan, which is one of the few things that living with my ex that stuck was, well, now I gotta listen to this fucking guy. It's stuck in my head now.
Yeah.
Is that the shit with the dog is always been a little weird, but he explains like this is a large breed dog. I exercise her every morning and it's a part of my exercise. And like a big dog, you fucking wear her out, she's gonna crash all day. Mm-hmm. And as coming from a family that's had big dogs like Rottweilers and all that, yeah, that's pretty much what happens. You fucking tire the dog out, half hour, 90 minutes or so, however it goes, depending on how hot it is, really. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that dog is fucking typically done.
Right.
That's how you get that's how you get peace in the house.
Yeah, that's how you get things done. Yeah.
You go play ball or you go on a big ass walk. And like a well-trained dog will, if you give it a place command or something like that, or go to bed, will fucking stay there. Like my ex's dog, for as goofy as that little guy could be, tell him go to bed, going in that fucking crate.
Well, from one streamer to another, Polygon reporting under the tag World of Warcraft, Twitch streamer gives birth in front of 29,000 viewers and chat was unhinged. The subhead, the head is crowning chat. Can I get some GGs? Patricia Hernandez writing yesterday, Sci-Fi and Cyberpunk Media did not prepare y'all for this one. Twitch streamer Fandy is currently going viral online for giving birth during a live 8-hour stream for nearly 30,000 viewers. As any experienced Twitch streamer would do, Fandy helpfully gave viewers a heads up beforehand. Quote, my water just broke, so I think I'm doing this live. Baby time. Fandy had a home birth surrounded by friends, family, and 2 birthing specialists during a live stream that was tagged as World of Warcraft gameplay. Okay.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Viewers were largely in shock, wondering if she was actually going through with it and if this was truly the first birth on Twitch. After all, birth can be a difficult, messy affair. Before primetime, real-life bystanders told viewers they were hoping to avoid the possibility of a 24-hour live stream. As Fandy takes sharp, deep breaths, she can be seen checking Twitch chat on her phone. There's also a giant display in the background dedicated to her channel's Twitch chat. Fans watched along as Fandy was examined by a midwife who prepared her for the proceedings. During this time, viewers commented on everything from the baby's heartbeat to Fandy deliberating over her positioning for delivery. About 45 minutes in, the birthing professionals can be seen prepping the area with towels, plastic coverings, and enlarging an inflatable pool.
Yeah, I also heard that if she reached her dilation goal, that she was going to do a no-kill Undertale run. Is that anything? Is that a joke?
It worked. It worked. Yeah.
Okay, good. Keep it in.
But yes, chat displayed a particular predilection for typing "push" in all caps. Yeah, it takes just under 8 hours for the baby's head to become visible, but once it starts crowning, everything else happens quickly. The baby comes out, cries almost immediately. It's a girl. The chat erupts with endless purple hearts, which is shorthand for Twitch itself. Rather than passing out cigars, Twitch chat opts to gift each other subscriptions to Fandy's stream. The live stream does not end after the baby arrives. The crew rearranges the camera into a new location where Fandy lays down with her baby as the birthing specialists deliver the placenta.
And it's Dan the Pancake Man with his grill to serve out the placenta.
Here's a few reactions from the chat. Character creation in real time. Has chat voted on a name yet? All caps, if you're selling milk, I'm buying. Little dude is going to watch their own birthing video on demand back in 15 years. Fandy, can you pause? I gotta poop. So no World of Warcraft then? So what, no fucking ZD now?
No fucking ZD?
I never thought I would be watching a child give birth at 3 a.m. on the internet, but here we are. She did, after all of this, gain 5,000 new followers on Twitch. Is the whole thing dystopian, Patricia writes. Maybe. But then again, everyone around Fandy met the moment behind a phone camera as well. When Twitch streamers do everything from eat and sleep in front of eager eyeballs, it's shocking that it took this long for a birth to happen on Twitch. That is a fair point. I did expect this much sooner.
Same.
And,
you know, we had the fact that we shot up a mosque years before he had a live birth on Twitch.
Jesus.
Feels really out of sync. Which does tie into our main topic today.
It does, yeah. Don't forget to subscribe. Yeah. Well, speaking of YouTubers, a gentleman by the name of the Synthetic Man is getting outed as having very different predilections. So started from a post on Twitter at Nibbling Thought posting, Ryokishi07 has done it again. I'm so proud of them. Referring to the reception amongst a certain anti-woke YouTube crowd for the game Silent Hill F. The YouTube thumbnail here for Griffin Gaming, Silent Hill Feminism, and has the main character from the game with bunny ears and a bottle of Tylenol off to the right-hand side. I don't know what that's about.
Because the quick, fast healing item in Silent Hill F are red pills. They look like Tylenol.
Oh, okay.
They look like those are the actual capsules.
Yeah.
They're in the thumbnail there. So yeah, that's like the quick.
Okay.
Because other things like bandages and first aid kits take more.
Then a user, Gabe _is_really_ cool, found a better one, LOL. It's a YouTuber guy by the name of Synthetic Man. He has Agent K from Blade Runner 2049 as his avatar there. But the cover of the game, anti-natalist, anti-marriage, misandrist dog shit. The name of the video is Silent Hill F is disgusting woke propaganda. And someone at Nonamrao, this is their goat, and posting this video. Hey, look, a little Return of the Shock.jpg. It is a gentleman, a prick in hand, watching gooning content while also simultaneously deep-throating an enormous dildo. That is supposedly Synthetic Man themselves. And then he goes in for another dildo that's on the desk. All the way down to the base. One of the people at RickyRack3460, is this actually him? And the answer just yes. A few people replying something, straightest closeted MAGA Nazi. If this is real, why the fuck would you film yourself even doing this in the first place? A lot of shocked reactions from people. Hello, R. Wendla. Apparently that was featured on a subreddit. But yes, the YouTuber Synthetic Man just going to town on himself.
Yeah, just the absolute going Obama style. the glizzy guzzler.
Let me be clear.
Let me be clear. I'm gonna guzzle this glizzy.
Go. Something else that could possibly be fake, because I don't know, that might not be Synthetic Man. We don't know, but the person who posted it says it is, so sure. This might also be fake. This is from the Daily Dot. Claire's store note left on shuttered Claire's store blames radical left agitators for its closure. A mall goer noticed a sign on a closed Claire's location posting this notice.
To our valued customers, this Claire's location has been permanently closed. The decision reflects both external pressures and internal restructuring. In recent months, repeated attacks of ridicule by radical left agitators have gone beyond mere criticism, escalating into a deliberate effort to destabilize our company. Conduct we recognize as domestic economic terrorism.
That's right. And it continues on for a bit, but yes.
You just really don't want to hear me do this for another 3 minutes.
It's a very long note. But yes, a user, you Wheat Baby Shay via Reddit there. The accessory brand Claire's did file for bankruptcy in August. But...
Folks, get in your lobotomies while you can.
Yeah. So this ties into a Instagram account, Donnie Skipper. Are you familiar with this?
I am not at all.
So Donnie Skipper, his whole deal was he's going to go, he's exposing bad landlords, right? Filing a lawsuit against the NYPD. But then he also posts a series of videos where he's like, I got a call from HR from Claire's. Okay, he took down the Claire's videos. There were a series of videos about Claire's, saying essentially that he got fired from a Claire's and that Claire's HR is calling him. But those videos now apparently are gone. So this one was from, okay, here's Reddit, someone on Reddit, I See Dead People. There's an IG account at Donnie Skipper posting video calls and legal documents from Claire's. He states, and in one of the videos HR states, he was fired for criticizing the U.S. government. Claire's did respond to the Daily Dot. A representative for Claire's called the letter, quote, completely fraudulent. The letter being shared on social media is completely fabricated and did not originate from Claire's or anyone currently or previously affiliated with the company. And so forth and so on. So it feels like Claire's got to him for doing a bit. Because he's removed any mention of Claire's from the Instagram account. I wish I could play you the video because it's phone calls, obviously, now that we know, staged phone calls between what is supposed to be the head of HR at Claire's and him telling him to stop posting about Claire's and that he was fired for criticizing the United States government and for making fun of Charlie Kirk. So this was like a real life. Someone posted this on a fake Claire's letterhead and posted it up to reference this guy's videos. Very strange. Weird situation. The last thing I want to leave you with in the What's Hot Classic, I know it ran a bit long this week, but fuck it, we ball. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution, the headline, a 5-year-old wanted a Jimmy Carter birthday party. His mom delivers. Lauren Ramos says her son Ryan even received a gift from the former president's family. Lauren Ramos' son, Ryan, likes the typical boy stuff, ninjas, dinosaurs, Spider-Man, but when planning his 5th birthday party, the little boy wanted it to be all about his favorite U.S. president. On Saturday, the New Jersey family celebrated Ryan, who proudly ate a Jimmy Carter frosted cake and wore his Carter for President t-shirt at his Carter-themed birthday party. The festivities came with a Carter cardboard cutout, boy, try saying that 3 times fast, and a personalized banner with images edited to depict the grinning Ryan and Carter standing by his side, both sporting coned birthday hats. And then the rest of the article, for some reason, is written backwards. Principal, I don't know what the hell is up with that, but fascinating, funny, truly just like, yep, kid's got a special interest, all right, and it's President Jimmy Carter. Very cool. Very cool birthday party. Come bring it to the White House.
Yeah, it was just a pretty cool birthday.
I'm getting a ton of mileage out of that joke. I love it.
Ryan, forget Jimmy Carter. He's a loser. Come down to the White House. We got the Sonic pussy. Sonic the Hedgehog. All the kids love him. He's got to go fast. So I've heard. Many such cases.
That's what we're hearing is that...
The Sonic the Pussy Hog.
Sonic the Pussy Hog. They're calling him Sonic the Pussy Hog, and they say the kids don't...
He hates Antifa. He hates Antifa. Portland is burning. Sonic the Pussy Hog. We're bringing him in, folks. He's the only one that can save Portland from the purple head. The only thing that can save Portland from the purple head baristas, the Antifa anarchists. Sonic the Pussy Hog.
Sonic the Pussy Hog.
You sound really sleepy these days. I think it's a stroke.
I think he's just...
And the weight, when his heart gets weighed against that feather.
That feather's going flying.
That feather is fucking yeet.
Out of here.
gone. It's like the fucking the cat in the tree in Suburban Commando.
Damn, that's a blast from the past. I haven't thought about that forever. So it's Crypto Scam of the Week time. I don't know.
You're listening to 48 Minutes of Dogs Barking, the podcast.
And now it's time for the Crypto Scam of the Week.
Magical internet money. Wow, we're getting to a really obscure, what feels like a very obscure internet project, crypto project.
Yeah.
On Arbitrum? It doesn't even fucking matter. No one even talks about ARB anymore.
Yeah.
I think it's the stable coin for the native stable coin for that chain.
So the block reporting Abracadabra loses 1.8 million in protocol's third major hack since 2024. Zach Abrams writing, Abracadabra, a DeFi lending protocol, which also issues decentralized magic internet money stablecoin, lost nearly 1.8 million worth of MIM after an attacker exploited a flaw in one of the protocol's functions. In the attack, which occurred late Saturday night, an unknown threat actor leveraged a smart contract vulnerability to bypass solvency checks, allowing them to extract 1.79 MIM from the protocol, according to BlockSec Feilun, which was a security firm. The attack wallet's initial funding came from mixing protocol Tornado Cash. Following the attack, the attacker swapped the tokens for ETH and sent it right back to Tornado. DAO contributor OX Merlin wrote, a potential attack vector was identified today in some depreciated contracts. The issue has been mitigated and closed, he said on Discord. The affected MIM, though minimal, was brought back from the market using the DAO treasury and is currently awaiting repayment to the DAO treasury in ETH. No user funds have been affected. Okay. MIM currently has a circulating supply of 44 million tokens, according to Abracadabra's data, with most of the tokens trading in Ethereum. This, however, is the third major incident in around a year. January of last year, they lost 6.4 million to a smart contract hack that also bypassed insolvency checks, and a hacker stole 13 million worth of MIM in March of this year with a 7-step flash loan attack. Altogether, 21 million lost since 2024. OX Merlin, again, a DAO guy, also said the Abracadabra team is reviewing internal processes in order to strengthen the protocol and prevent similar issues from arising in the future. Yeah, that would have been nice to do January of last year, jackass. My God. Here's my problem. How do they still have all that money locked up in that? That's my, like, okay, once is an accident, twice is coincidence, 3 is a pattern. Like, we're in the pattern stage now. We're hitting that moment. And these, I mean, again, a lot of it is because it's so diffuse, right? There's so many different crypto DeFi projects and attempts at stable coins and all this stuff is kind of all incestuous and this guy is a dev on that thing. But there's just, to me, that's just too many. I don't know where there's not a, obviously the whole decentralized thing kind of kicks that in the butt, but like there's not a single arbiter on any of this. It just feels so weirdly disjointed. I don't know if I, as a consumer, would feel trust in any of these places.
Everything seems so scammy and weird and disparate.
Yeah, trust,
which has never been high.
Right.
But there used to be that, like, it was worth going to the casino. Like it wasn't.
Yeah.
There's story. There's not. I'm sure we all have one or two people we know in our lives that in the last 10 years have a story about, like, yeah, I don't know, I put like a couple $100 on Coinbase or Binance, and I doubled my money. Like, well, that was easy,
Yeah,
stuff like that. But outside of things like Pump Fun and a couple meme tokens, everything's pretty scammy. I mean, Pump Fun was hella scammy, but like it had a lot of attention.
Right.
It had like a lot of liquidity going through it. But like case in point, a I believe Binance the other day launched their own like launch pad, their own version of Pump Fund, and then they announced like KYC for people that created the tokens on there, and immediately everything cratered.
Damn. There is no trust. There is no place. It's just kind of at your own risk. Obviously not financial advice. Treat it like a casino, like you were saying. Only go in with what you're prepared to lose.
I think the only people that are making money are influencers, it feels like.
Platform owners.
And platform owners, devs. You're not really hearing any stories about like the Joe six-pack.
Right.
Yeah, I got it on dog with hat, yeah. The hat stays on.
It was a
Me
surefire
and
bet.
the missus are going to Naples for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have the lunch pail guys. The real brown baggers going on there.
Putting my empty right by you because
Oh, no. I'm just
I'm just out of respect.
it is a sign of respect and friendship.
I was watching a documentary on chimps, and I saw something about that.
Speaking of, I got nothing. Speaking of our main topic, that's right, our main topic. This was kind of painful for me,
Yeah.
personally. I do not like this guy. Let me just preface that by saying, I do not like this fella.
I don't either. I honestly would have been fine if they swapped out him with.
I'm gonna have to cut that, but listener, you will understand in a minute. But not very entertaining for me. But then I realize we're not the target audience.
No.
9-year-olds is the target audience.
Yeah.
So, a little bit about the man himself. Real name Felix Arvid Ulf Kjellberg, born and raised in Gothenburg, Sweden. Rolling Stone had an article around about 2015 giving us a little bit of history of the man himself on the eve of his book release for a book called This Book Loves You, a collection of illustrated parodies of inspirational quotes. One example listed here: "Don't be yourself, be a pizza. Everyone loves pizza." That debuted at number 1 on the New York Times Young Adult Paperback Bestseller list.
Some context here. The time when this article was written was also around the time when every dipshit, like internet influencer or personality, was getting a book deal, and not all of them were quality. I would say pretty much all of them were shit. And like this is also the same time as the Fat Jews.
Yeah, true.
So just to give a context of where we are in the internet timeline, if this feels foggy to you, yeah.
Well, so those of you who don't know who PewDiePie is, he's a guy who makes money by yelling and screaming over video games on the internet.
It made pretty much Let's Plays unbearable for a couple of years, because if you end up watching a Let's Play of like, I don't know, like some old game, and you're like, I don't know, old Super Nintendo game or something, there's a high chance it was going to be someone that was a lot less like Chip and Ironicus or Diabetes. Mm-hmm. Any of those guys, the OGs. And it was going to be someone really trying to ape PewDiePie by like overreacting to like Amnesia or something.
Yeah. Laura Parker, writing for Rolling Stone, says, "Watching a PewDiePie video is like sitting through a primal screaming therapy session. Kjellberg unleashes a torrent of high-pitched epithets and denunciations, celebrates with a Pewd's hard techno rage, and delivers absurd eulogies to downed opponents. His repertoire has grown to include both live-action and animated comedy shorts." This really dates the article. "In his own version of the Harlem Shake, 3 PewDiePies dance on screen, one of them in pink women's underwear. In another video, PewDiePie dons a VR headset and stands in an attic cursing at the walls. 'I don't want to be squished. Please, please, I'll do anything,' he squeals. 'I'll lick your ball.' 'No, I won't. That's gay.'"
Great.
Cool.
Thanks, everyone.
So, again, grew up in Gothenburg, Sweden. He he got really into video games, obviously, because, that's what you do. He did attend the Chalmers University of Technology, going to be an industrial engineer, but left to focus on his YouTube career. He said, I wasn't really interested in what I was studying, but I don't know. I feel like he did it to focus on YouTube. This here from 2013 in The Independent.
This photo of him that I don't know if... I think this is probably the result of the website having some changes since it's been published.
Yeah.
But now the crop of this image is mostly his forehead.
Yeah.
The bottom of the frame is right below his nose, so you're seeing like his mustache.
He's like peering up at you.
But it's mostly his big ass fucking forehead.
And those like piercing blue eyes. Yeah, very strange. He did move to the UK. He lived in Brighton's Regency Square. Again, this is 2013. He's 24 at the time. This says here, the 24-year-old whose online alter ego is PewDiePie recently unseated Miley Cyrus as the world's most popular YouTube channel. Yeah.
It also dates it.
Yeah. It's very strange because he did attend the premiere of the film adaptation of Orson Scott Card's book Ender's Game, which was not well received. People did not like it. I thought it was cool. But it was very odd that, like,
Isn't
this
the
guy...
whole point of that movie that it's really cool to be a child soldier?
Yeah. And we had to trick our child soldier with a video game in order to get him to kill.
Yeah, and aren't we doing that now with Xbox controllers and I mean, I feel like this is a well-worn bit I'm getting into, but like, yeah, wasn't Orson Scott Card kind of also a dipshit?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Later on, he definitely got
real putting his dick in the blender.
Oh yeah, and a complete unforced errors type of deal. But yes, so at this time, again, 2013, 1,500 Let's Play clips. A Let's Play, for those of you not familiar, is just someone playing along with a video game and making commentary about it. That actually originated on something awful, but that's a story for another time. Let's Play has kind of taken on a life of its own once YouTube became big, and this guy was one of the big ones for some reason. But yeah, it says here, 1,500 of his Let's Play clips have been watched more than 2.7 billion times. Again, 2013. He moved to England. Swedish columnist Lars Lindström said Kjellberg's popularity was down to, quote, being a great comedian and a natural talent.
I don't know about that, Sweden.
Yeah. There's a lot of weird shit with this guy. He calls every one of his fans bros, and their official sign, their official sign is the bro fist, which is just a fist bump, but it's the bro fist. A very strange Swedish man.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I've met a lot of Swedish people that I would consider to be like baseline.
No. This is pretty fun. New York Times Magazine 2019 had this article, and I think the title was, What Does PewDiePie Really Believe? One day last November, Mitch Japchik, an administrator at an Illinois staffing agency, was called upon to help solve an office mystery. A handful of his coworkers were huddled around the office printer where a one-page document had just printed itself out unprompted. Nobody in the office knew what it meant. Attention, the document began. PewDiePie is in trouble, and he needs your help to defeat T-Series. It went on to explain that PewDiePie, a 29-year-old Swedish YouTube personality, was in danger of being overtaken as the platform's most popular channel by T-Series, an Indian music label and Bollywood production studio. In order to prevent this from happening, the author recommended 5 steps. Unsubscribe from T-Series, subscribe to PewDiePie, share awareness to this issue, #SavePewDiePie, tell everyone you know, seriously, and brofist. Yep. Apparently, a hacker had claimed responsibility for finding a set of 50,000 printers all over the world with unsecured network connections, taking them over, and using them to print the pro PewDiePie flyers. This says the printer hack was not an isolated incident. For months, tributes to PewDiePie had been popping up all over the world. Billboards and flyers appeared in India, Bangladesh, and Times Square. Early this year, hundreds of Estonian fans held a parade in the nation's capital city, chanting his name and holding signs that said, "Sub to Pewds." Someone chalked, "Subscribe to PewDiePie" on a World War II memorial in Brooklyn.
Hell yeah.
Very stupid. Incredibly stupid. And then, March 15th of 2019, a white nationalist in Christchurch, New Zealand, live streamed his murders on Facebook Live before going into the mosque. Jesus Christ. Before going into the mosques to kill people, said, quote, "Remember, lads, subscribe to PewDiePie." A few months later, another violent white nationalist cited PewDiePie, this time in writing in his manifesto. The suspect, accused of killing one woman and injuring 3 others at a synagogue in Poway, California, even claimed that the YouTuber aided in the plot. Quote, "I had the help of a man named Felix Arvid Ulf Kjellberg," wrote the shooting suspect, who, like the Christchurch suspect, has pled not guilty. Quote, he was kind enough to plan and fund this whole operation, the sly bastard. No, of course, none of this is true. We know of. Allegedly.
These were hits bought on the Silk Road.
Now, PewDiePie was no stranger to controversy himself. You may remember a situation where he paid a bunch of African guys on Fiverr to write some really anti-Semitic shit and say it on a video. He is
hilarious. Mm-hmm. No Nick Mullen.
No.
No, because if Nick Mullen would have got the African guys on Fiverr to say things like, "I want this shit in your pussy,"
right? Exactly,
which would have actually been really fucking funny.
Yeah, he did some really, really weird shit.
Don't forget the heated gamer moment.
Oh, I was getting there. Yeah. Between paying guys on Fiverr to say, like, kill all the Jews and making just all these weird comments. He was also in the middle of playing PUBG on a bridge, and he, I guess he got killed, and then he called the opponent
person who killed him.
Okay, the N-word. Yeah.
Which, I mean, as someone who felt like they got killed in a really cheap or unfair way in PUBG a lot, I did a lot of swearing. I never called anyone a racial slur.
Yeah, it's odd that's like straight where you go immediately.
Yeah. I think I've mentioned this a few times here on the podcast, but I was really heavily into PUBG in like the early 2017 era of PUBG.
Right.
And it was very unpolished, but had some really great bones. Mm-hmm. And I liked it because it felt like part of the charm was the fact that it was a little janky.
Sure.
And I eventually had to turn off mics in my game. I was playing on PC because the lobby, which took a minute, it was a minute-long lobby before everyone gets airdropped. The lobby was just like kids screaming the N-word always. I'm like, I can't be. There's other people in the house.
Right.
People are going to be like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm not doing anything. It's these children that just want to yell the N-word at each other in this lobby. And which sucked about the, this is really just going off the deep end, but the thing that pissed me off was that there was mic locality in the game.
Yeah.
So if you were in a building and you're trying to hunt someone down, they could get on their mic and be like, "Yeah, you can't find me, motherfucker." Or you would harass people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know you're in there.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to find you, you little cocksucker.
Right.
Where's your fucking frying pan now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is my fucking dirt bike. Like,
yeah. A little trash talk.
Yeah. But I like that part was a very, to me, an irritating part of the game. But that also meant I had to remove the children screaming into their distorted, overdriven mics, like slurs, and it was obnoxious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, every time I hop on Battlefield or Call of Duty, it's It's either someone leaving their mic open and they're having a raging argument with their mother/wife, or it's some guy just going like, "Hey, what up?" and we're like just like spamming the like, Jesus, dude. I just trying to game here, man.
That's true.
Well, and so like he was no stranger to controversy either. If you remember this, he went on Twitter and said he was joining ISIS. A very strange one. Let's see here. This says
PewDiePie supports the caliphate. Joey World Tour, PewDiePie Caliphate forever.
Hell yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, in early 2015, he nearly blew up his Maker Studios deal over a bit because Maker Studios was owned by Disney at the time. Because he read erotic fan fiction starring characters from the hit Disney movie Frozen. Bob Iger found out and was pissed. He calmed down after a Maker Studio staff member explained that erotic fan fiction was a popular internet genre. A spokeswoman for Disney said that Iger found the video to be, in quote, poor taste. Yeah. Another former colleague of Kjellberg's told me, this is the author of the piece here, about an incident that happened in November 2016. Kjellberg arrived at a taping of Scare PewDiePie. This was a show that he was making for YouTube Red, the premium video service, in a t-shirt with a swastika. Kjellberg explained that the shirt was part of a running joke on his vlog, in which he and his friends, at least one of whom was Jewish, pranked one another by drawing things on one another's shirts. The colleague intervened, telling Kjellberg it would be irresponsible to wear a Nazi symbol in a show that millions of young people would see. Videos posted by Kjellberg during this period show him and a friend wearing shirts with swastikas drawn on them, but he denied wearing one on the set of the show. Yeah, I mean, now, it's edgelord humor.
Now, I'm not going to lie. When I was in my teens, taking a black magic marker and perhaps stealthily drawing a swastika on the shirt of someone you did not like at school as a dipshit thing, pretty funny.
Yeah.
Going on TV as a personality, like with a big platform with no context. I feel like this is a similar issue that I think a lot of people have with Trump on like a cultural level. If this was just like the local fucking hooligan mayor, it would be kind of funny.
Yeah.
But because of his outsized influence and platform, it's kind of a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Daily Stormer, yes, another neo-Nazi website that is not Stormfront, changed its tagline to the world's #1 PewDiePie fan site. Oh boy. A Polygon is quoted here as saying, intent only gets you so far when it comes to toying with hate speech in front of an audience of tens of millions, many of whom are younger children.
Yes. I think one of the lessons of 4chan, the early 4chan days, and like FIAD and all that, and definitely an era of Twitter, is that ironic racism and hate speech, it doesn't take much for it to become sincere racism and hate speech.
When you have Paul Joseph Watson defending you, you know you're in trouble. Ooh. Quote, in an age of ruthless cultural conformity, someone like PewDiePie isn't supposed to exist, which is why they tried to tear him down over and over again. The far-right British party, the UKIP, had endorsed him, telling its followers to subscribe to his channel. He's still around. It says here, Kjellberg described the New Zealand shooting as a major turning point in his life. The morning after, he was in bed, struggling to get back to sleep when his phone began buzzing. He saw on Twitter and in a flurry of text that the shooting suspect had said subscribe to PewDiePie just before he began his slaughter. After Kjellberg absorbed the shock, a sequence began unspooling in his mind. First, the news media, which wouldn't understand that all that subscribed to PewDiePie stuff was as much a joke as an actual endorsement, would accuse him of inspiring a mass murderer. All the Nazi stuff would come back up. He would have to issue a statement. It had been a month since the shooting when I asked Kjellberg about it, and he looked genuinely pained. He repeated his concern for the victims and their families. He reiterated what he said about himself 100 times before. He wasn't a white nationalist. He didn't condone violence. He told me he was planning to release a video calling for an end to the Subscribe to PewDiePie campaign and was hoping to return to his roots as a goofy, uncontroversial gaming vlogger. He did, in a video, September 2019, pledge to give $50,000 to the Anti-Defamation League, one organization that had criticized him previously for joking about the Holocaust. Some fans, it says, weren't ready to bury the hatchet. They barraged the video's comment section with anti-Semitic slurs and conspiracy theories and accused the ADL of blackmailing him to get the donation. Yeah, once you become a Nazi bar, you're a Nazi bar for life, my friend.
Yeah, ask Sandrina's.
Let's see what he's up to today. These days, still sitting at a healthy 110 million followers. 2 years ago, there's a video here of him going to Okinawa. 13 days ago, he posted a video about going through a midlife crisis. 3 weeks ago.
Only 2 million views? Bro, he's not even posting numbers anymore.
He's really only posting about every a week or two. I'm done with Google, he says. So definitely going back to the slice of like vlog thing. He did play the ridiculously bad Poppy's Playtime game, which my son has also played. Terrible.
Yeah, I think, he's
definitely going into dad territory.
He's got, I know he got married, he's got a kid.
A lot of dad content.
I would say it's probably better for him to just be like a normal dude. Like, I think this is probably a better look on him. Like, I think dad vlogging can be a little cringe, but I would say it's what I know PewDiePie has done in the past and how much he's just personally annoyed the fuck out of me. He's like, yeah, that's cool. You bought some land in Japan. You got your wife. You got your kid. Like, seems like you're trying to have like a normal ass life.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's great.
Going biking.
Yeah.
And building a PC. Becoming a more regular type of dude. He says, and I installed Linux and so should you 5 months ago.
6.8 million. Okay, he's still cooking a little bit.
He cooked, yeah, the Linux video was pretty neat, actually. I did watch this one. It was
the Playo's Cave
with Windows and Apple icons. Yeah, it's
good enough. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So he's definitely maturing. He's kind of coming into his own. He's got an identity that's not I yell at video games, but instead I yell about Linux. So, hits and misses, but but he is definitely growing into a very different type of creator, and I think that's the maturity works better for him. I think it's definitely more honest, and it feels less indebted to just trying to shock people or trying to get views, or because I mean he gets the views anyway. Like you said, 6.8 million views on a video he posted 5 months ago, not too bad.
Yeah, I mean he's still doing better than Candace Owens. So Sorry, Clandis Owens, that's right. Getting PewDiePie revert to his old ways by showing him the Candace Owens video where she purports that there was a secret hidden Jewish tunnel on the campus that the shooter shot Charlie Kirk from.
Oh boy. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, not great.
I had someone straight face tell me today that they feel that Israel had something to do with Charlie Kirk's death.
Sure. All right, man.
Sure, man. I mean,
sure. Nothing's real. Whatever. Everything's computer.
Kind of part of the conversation I had with him is like, I don't know, man. Like, does it really matter?
We're never gonna know.
Yeah, that is.
We're never going to know what happened in Butler, PA. We're never going to know what happened.
Oh, that got mentioned. Like, that's not what happens when you get shot in the air. And I'm like, I'm not sure if that does that. Really, I don't know. What does that change if we proved without a doubt that he was shot in the air, that Charlie Kirk was not murdered by the Hasidic overlords of our country.
That he actually has a robot body double that's going on Terminator adventures. Yeah.
Back shots unreal.
That's going on adventures with cybernetic George Floyd. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's happening. It's all happening on Twitter. I don't know if I can use any of that. Well, I guess we're going to have to tell people where to find us online, Brian. Whew.
I really feel like, this is about 90 minutes of recording.
Yeah.
And probably about easily only 45 minutes usable.
I could squeeze about an hour out of that. Yeah, we're good.
Anyways, folks, if you want to find me on the internet, you can head on over to iShockeyBor on Twitter. And you can also find me on Instagram at a music photographer. And if you want to check out the last and only good media website left in screwy St. Louis, you can head over to artsstl.com. And finally, if you want to check out my amazing portfolio of people with their mouths open, you can head on over to assholemusicphotographer.com. Jason.
Yes, sir.
Where can they tell you about their Charlie Kirk fantasies?
Oh, boy. Kick them nasty thoughts anywhere there's a video crime. That's Twitter, that's Blue Sky, that's Letterboxd, any place there is. That's me, VIDEOCRIME. You can also find me on a show that's not this one. It's called Submitted for the Approval of the Midnight Pals. There I play a fictionalized version of horror icon Stephen King. That's midnight-pals.simplecast.com or search Midnight Pals anywhere podcasts are sold. If you want to reach this show, well, you can do it in a number of ways. My personal favorite is the cell phone, 314-246-9766. Give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. Leave us a voicemail, send us a text, whatever it is you feel like doing. Heck, if you want to email us, you can do that too. Jason at 8 minutesdogsbarking.com. Brian with a Y at 8 minutesdogsbarking.com. Support the show, patreon.com/48 minutes of dogs. There we have our weekly post-show hangout called Thanks, I Hate It, which contains the breath mint, a nice little respite from the worries of the world. We talk about things we watched, saw, enjoyed, or hell, just places we went, whatever it is. Thanks, I Hate It. Patreon.com/48 minutes of dogs. We also do the Mind Zone. It's the occasional tone poem freak out weirdness stuff. We are also working on something called the punishment tier. That's right, folks. At the $10 level, you get to hear us punish ourselves for the crime of having a podcast. We last year did the 90-minute commentary track for the Japanese puke fetish video Garo Monster Home Delivery. This year, well, we have a few new members at that level who get to vote, so we'll see what they come up with. Also, in the works, wanted to let you guys know this, I did receive a comment when we said shock.jpg was going away. One of our commenters on the Patreon did say they wanted a supercut of all the shock.jpg segments from the past 3 years. It's in the works. I'm working on it. As of right now, I'm through the first 12 episodes. And
You're a madman for this.
We spent a long time. In the early days, we did spend a long time in the shock.jpg segment. It was like 10 minutes each. So I might have to split it up. It might have to be, the first 10 episodes, and then the next 10. But we'll work on it. It's a fun segment, but it definitely ran its course by the end. But it's in the works. If it is a supercut of everything all strung together, I think grand total is going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of like 3 days of audio. Not that long, but you know what I mean. It's going to be very long. So I think we'll have to cut it up, but still, it's in the works. Patreon.com/48 minutes dogs. That'll be for patrons only, of course. Well, that about does it for the show. Thank you all for hanging out with us. And as we always say at this time, subscribe to PewDiePie. No, as we always say at this time, namaste, good luck, give mommy a good gut fucking 25th Amendment now. Who ate all the pussy? Bye-bye.
Jacking off?
Jacking off.
Jacking off.
Love you. Bye-bye.